Today we are going to do the chapter of history, when, where and how, and it is the revision of the chapter. Already you have done this chapter. As you have done already that the Indian history is divided into three periods: past, and then medieval period, and then modern period. In 8th class you are studying about the modern period, and in modern period, when we are talking about the modern period in India, modern period begins with the coming of the Britishers and the other foreign travelers, those who came in time to time, but Britishers have completely captured that India. They have subjugated India politically and economically as well as. The period is known as the colonial period. This period is known as the colonial period. It starts with the coming of Britishers. These Britishers came in India in mid-18th century. When they come in mid-18th century. So, and it continued till India become free in the. When did India become free? The freedom of India in on 15 August 1947. The rule of the Britishers were there, and India's culture and society came into influence of the Britishers. If the question is asked that whose influence Indian society has come, then you will write the answer that Britishers. Now the sources of information, how we were not there at that time when Britishers came, and but still we know the history of that time. So how we come to know about that period? That this is called as the source material, and the source material, the sources of information can be divided. Sources of information can be divided into three specific things. Number one, that is British administrative record. British administration. Then second comes the museums. Then third comes archives. Third is archives. Now one by one we will take British administration. So whatever the Britishers were doing for the administration, they were keeping the record. So the British administrative records can be divided further into three categories. Number one, records official. That is official records. Number two comes, that is literary sources. Number three comes, that is survey and census. So these can be divided into three categories. Museums are you already know that what are the museums where the things, different things are kept to exhibit to the people, and people are going there and enjoying the past history of India and other things. In the same manner, archives are there. Archives are the official record where the government was keeping all the records in the form of the that remains in the form of books, newspaper, or whatever were kept. That was archives. Now, official records, if we talk about official records, the British preserved all the important documents. For the purpose, they set up record books. For this purpose, to keep all these British official records, they keep it for the purpose of future use and for the purpose of comparison with the past and present, and they were kept in the record room. In all the administrative institutions like collectorate, secretariat and law courts, they are having the record rooms. We have listened about the court. Court is also having the record room, and that is in the Supreme Court you have studied that. So you can come to know that they are kept in the record rooms. Then second comes the literary sources. Literary sources, we find unaccountable literary sources of this period. The writing work, whatever the writing work. Now writing work is in the form of the books, newspapers. The question is asked that name any two literary sources, you can write book and newspaper. And apart from that, we are having the journals, biographies, letters written by the different people of that time. They are letters, the official letters issued to any king or any person, that is also kept in the form of record. Some newspapers, the example of some newspapers, that is Hindu, Amrit Bajar Patrika, Kesari. So you will write only Hindu and Kesari. Take the easy one. Okay. These are the two examples of the newspapers. Then we have the surveys and census. The British introduced the practice of survey. Now, why do they want to do the survey? For that survey, there was a reason to do the survey, that they can come to know better the place, the people of the area where they are going to rule. It was easy. If you know a person, it is easy to talk to them, it is easy to rule over that, it is easy to control over that. But if you are not knowing that person, that how you are going to rule. So the Britishers were very much smart for that, you can say. They introduced the practice of survey. It helped them to know the country. The survey was the aim of surveys and census. Main aim, what was the main aim? Number one, that to know better. To know better. You will write, because one or two word answers will be there in the question paper. So you can write down to know better. No need or to select the options in the MCQ where these things are written. To know better the country and people for administration. Right. Now, the first survey office, for this purpose was set up come to the Uttarakhand. What was the work of this survey office? The work of the survey office, we will take one by one. That aim you have understood. Now the work. What was the work? Don't get confused in the work and the aim. Aim was to know the people and the area better for the purpose of administration, while the work, that its work was of survey office. Work of survey office, that is to prepare the maps, then number 2, किसके मैप्स को प्रिपेयर करने थे? विलेजेस. Number 2, towns. Villages and towns you can combine it. And number 2, mountains, means land features, and coastal area. Then these 2 maps they have to prepare in detail. Apart from that, they have to prepare, they have to come know more, know better. That we can take the second point. Know better about the population, the topography. Know better about the here you can add it that information about flora and fauna. Know better about the flora and fauna, and know better about topography. Many children were asking the meaning of the topography. Topography means the land features, that somewhere it is high, somewhere mountain, somewhere plateau, somewhere plain land. That is called as the topography. The land formation, the land as access to us, that is called as the topography. Now, major developments. What major developments took place during the British period? They were the new system of administration. Major developments, if we see that major developments. Whatever the major developments were there, number 1, that is new system of administration. Earlier there were kings, and now the one rule was there. Number 2, exploration of the peasants, exploitation of the peasants. Peasants means the farmers. Exploitation of the peasants, artisans and craftsmen. Then next point, in this manner they have exploited the peasants, artisans and craftsmen, so the Indian art and culture was completely ruined. Now, protest of the Indians. It means the movements. The main key feature of the British period was the national movements. And the key feature of the British period was that protest and the movements. So we call that only the national movement. The answer will be the national movements. So for today we will do wind up here only, and tomorrow again I will come with the remaining part of the chapter. So till then, have a nice day and keep on studying for the unit test. Thank you.